Sim 99 mining event is in full swing, and many players all around the world are deep in the mines, trying to find ores and use the best strategies to get as much as they can, as quick as they can. In my last video, I myself went deep into the mines, but couldn't find anything. I grinded for hours and then went to bed disappointed, but not before asking the devs to buff the odds. Little did I know they would do just that while I was asleep. So here we are today, back in the mines to see if we can finally work to getting a brand new Titanic or Gargantuan. Before they shut down the servers and I didn't get back in, I was grinding all throughout the night. And I was actually doing pretty well for myself, as I did actually find 176 emerald gems. But yeah, I think I'm still miles and leagues behind everybody else, especially because they have actually changed a few things as well over on the combined-o-matic machine. They buffed the chances here, and then they nerfed things here, because this number used to be 25 and now it's over 100, and I haven't even touched this one, and it was 5 yesterday and they've doubled it to now 10. So yeah, they've actually made it harder to get things cheaper in this, but it seems nobody has gotten it yet. But if we look at the combined-o-matic machine itself, you will start to see some people have gotten closer, as somebody has finally hatched one huge fragmented golem. There's 29 crystal spiders that exist. There's over 2,000 huge mining penguins, and as far as the rainbow gems go, they now spawn in the area, but you can buy them for 20 million. Well, here's where this actually gets crazier. Just sure, they've buffed this, they've nerfed this, but they've also now given us something else, because we can now craft amethyst gems. We can now craft emerald gems. We can craft ruby gems if we have the sapphire gem. And you better believe I have plenty of those. So let's go ahead and make things cheaper for us. They are now lowered by 40%. I need 200 more to lower it even further. And I could go ahead and make some emerald gems to actually give myself a little bit of a chance to get that cheaper. But I think I'm actually gonna go back to the mines and try to mine myself a whole bunch of stuff. We'll pick a corner, we'll dig down a little ways, and we'll actually find some emeralds just hanging around. Yeah, that definitely wasn't there literally just 24 hours ago. We'll drop a nuclear TNT. We'll let it blow up the area, and then we'll see what we're working with. I see some emeralds here. I see some emeralds over here. I see an emerald right there. Come on, get it, get it, get it. There we go, we got it. And I see an emerald right here. We're gonna drop another TNT crate. And it's kind of just rinse and repeat at this point. We'll do this pretty much all the way down, and we'll see how many gems we can get afterwards. Go ahead and grab some emeralds, and we'll go again. Kind of how this is gonna work for the next 20 minutes. Dude, it is so much better now. Everything is now available to get. It's not like all pay to win. You can actually free to play stuff. And wait, is that? Oh my God, it's the first amethyst one I've actually seen. Okay, come on, grab it, grab it, grab it. I get it. Oh, it's harder to break than the others. That's interesting. Oh, and there's one right here. Okay, looks like that's about it. Find the middle, and we continue on down. We blow up, and then the gems show up. And we'll go ahead and make this even cheaper. And we have now made it as cheap as we could possibly do so. Let's spend all of our sapphire gems. Make more of these, and then let's make some of these. And oh my gosh, I can make my first huge pet if I wanted to, but I don't want to, because what I think I actually want is a diamond pickaxe. I need 20 of them, and currently I only have 10. What's weird though is some people have actually started seeing the rainbow gem ores in the wild, but like I haven't been one of those people. Also, it looks like the mining reset. You can just get the emerald gems right on top. Wow, this is something that I never would have imagined we saw 24 hours ago. But I actually want to see something else. If we go down in here, we go down in the mines, and we throw down a nuclear TNT. When it explodes and we make the cave, instead of continuing on, we are immediately gonna do something else. Oh, as soon as I mine up these, grab that, there we go. I now actually want to see what happens when we do this instead, because before that used to be the only way we would get emerald gems, and now, oh yeah, they also also buffed this as well. So there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there. There's all these other ones here. There's one there. Oh my gosh. This is how we're gonna get all of our emerald gems. This is it right here. They buffed this too, which means it's still very pay to win. Oh my god. I was getting 2 before. 2. I have gotten like 2. Oh no, bro. This is not good. Oh no. That means now the strat has changed even more. That means I can now buy this. I now have a diamond pickaxe. It says what exists. I know that's not true, but there we go. We now have the most epic pickaxe in the game. The question is it more powerful than this one? Which it should be, but is it more powerful than the molten? And the way we test that is we come all the way over here to the corner, we throw on our diamond pickaxe, and then we just press this button and record how long it takes us to reset to the top again. Ready? And go. Time it took was 1:16 for this bad boy, which honestly is pretty slow, if I say so myself, because I know for a fact the emerald pickaxe was quicker. Let me show you. Oh, wow. Okay, we have learned things. Believe it or not, the emerald pickaxe was a good 5 seconds slower, which means the diamond pickaxe is the best free-to-play pickaxe you can get. But the interesting thing about it is they've nerfed this so much, because used to, this pickaxe here was getting it done in literally 36 seconds. I even messaged the devs at the time, was like, hey, the emerald pickaxes gets it in 36 seconds and the molten does it in 42. They didn't respond to me, but instead of them fixing the molten pickaxe to make it faster than the emerald, they just made the emerald pickaxe slower. So I don't know what happened, bro. That actually really sucks. They nerfed something instead of buffing something like I wanted them to. All right, so then that means the molten pickaxe is what we're after. Let's see how well it does now. Was it also nerfed? Let's find out. The answer to that question is yes, they have nerfed this one as well, but we got all the way down to the bottom in 1:05, which means this one is still the best pickaxe to own, as long as you own the best pickaxe outside the free-to-play, because it stacks based off the best regular pickaxe you have. But of course, it's like big games to make the best pickaxe crazy pay to win. Would you expect anything different at this point? So now that we've found the best pickaxe, we can turn our attention back to the best pet. And honestly, it looks like we've got some catching up to do. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to set up shop here for the next few hours and mindlessly grind, because the longer we go grinding, the more gems we're gonna have and the more people are gonna be combining things, putting pets into the market, which should then start driving down the prices. Well, we're definitely gonna get a Titanic. The question is, will we get a Gargantuan on top of that? The Gargantuan thinks so. I like his confidence, but I don't like my confidence. All right, here we go.
3 hours later.
All right, it's been a few hours. I have some updates. First off, I have been massively AFK grinding, and we kind of have like a little setup going on. Ah, dang it, I was about to show it off. Are you freaking kidding me? Basically, yeah, I had a big, massive hole that I'd been working on. It was really simple to actually do, because as nice as it is to just come over here and then click this and then just auto mine, you only ever get one block down at a time. And as you can see, unless I get completely on a emerald block or an amethyst block or a rainbow block, I'm essentially not going to get them. And so instead, what I've been doing is using a combination of Tiny Task and Auto Clicker, 2 free programs that you can use to make sure that you utilize the most that you can during the mining process. Basically, all you have to do is just set up your camera to be an overhead shot, and then don't move your mouse at all, except to be just going back and forth over and over again. You walk out into the middle, you move your mouse back and forth a whole bunch of times, and then when you turn on the auto clicker, you'll start seeing that it'll massively start breaking things all around you. And you can essentially auto click by doing this thing right here exactly. After about 2 or 3 3 minutes. Make it to where your mouse hovers over to go to the top area. It'll reset you here, and then you can just use your mouse again and then just start walking out a little ways into it, and then the whole process will repeat itself. And if you're really good, dropping some bombs along the way will also really help you. Essentially, what I have been doing over the past few hours is AFK mining the whole entire mine area. But instead of using this auto mine, which is great and all, I have been using something else. If you want a better auto mine experience, I'm gonna tell you how to do it. Quick disclaimer, you need a computer. Then you need to download 2 programs. This Tiny Task program here and this OP auto clicker here. Both are free, both don't have malware. For legal reasons, I'm not responsible if you get something from it. But when you download both of those programs, all you have to do is record yourself doing some movements, and you, my friend, will begin doing an hardcore AFK mining method. And it's real simple to do. Change your camera perspective to be an overhead camera view, walk out somewhere into the middle of the area, and then you can start your Tiny Task recording where all you do is just move your mouse back and forth over the areas, being sure to not hit any buttons or this go to the top area. You'll do this for about 3 or 4 minutes. Don't go too fast, kind of go slow at it. Make sure you also hit your middle section to where you're going down as well. And if you want to get real fancy with it, tie one of your keybinds to a letter, and then just while you're doing the Tiny Task, randomly hit the letter. Mining bomb will activate, it'll blow up, kind of kill everything around you, you'll fall down a little bit, and you can keep going. Obviously, the bigger the bomb, the more the explosion, the deeper you'll go. After you go on for about a minute, you'll finally move your mouse to the go to the top area, but you don't have to click it to go to the top area, and you'll get sent back to this point here. Now, if you want to get crazy with it, you could do a little bit where you go to the left and up, and then start mining again a little bit, clicking go to the top, and then go to the right a little bit, and then start mining again. But you could also just go walking straight over and over again. That way you fall in the deeper hole every single time. And when you couple that with the auto clicker and run both, this is kind of what it looks like. As you can see, you're still going down, but you're also grabbing all the mining things around you as well. If you got fancy with it, you'll start seeing bombs dropped over and over again. This is the method I actually prefer to the auto mining. I've done this for the last few hours, and what I have to show for it is about 1,200 emeralds, 66 of these, 14 of these. Basically, we're doing pretty great. But the pay-to-win people have started taking advantage of everything, as 2 of the Gargantuan hellish axolotls has been hatched. One of them was hatched by Metaverse. Number 6 on the leaderboard, Meta Streams. Hatched the very first Gargantuan hellish axolotl, which goes to prove that, yeah, this update is a very, very pay-to-win. But if you can get over the fact that you're probably not going to get a Gargantuan, you could actually find yourself with a Titanic if you work hard enough. As I feel like the more you actually play this game and go after the Emerald Diamond, the more chances you'll have at actually getting a Titanic, and at the very least, a few huges, as it's very free to play friendly for that. But now that I've showed you how to free to play thing, let's see what we can do as far as the pay to win damage ourselves. And to do that, well, first we gotta go do a couple of things. First, I gotta admit something. I'm an idiot. I didn't read very well. I saw that this said cheaper crafting and was in front of the Titanic, and I kind of just assumed that that was also a cheaper crafting, but for the Gargantuan side of things as well. And if you used this, it would go down from a 20 to a 10. But it was this that made everything go down. This is the better tier luck up chance, which is something that we definitely need to do it because it increases our odds at better variants. Yeah, that's something we need to do. And it's something that this guy right here, Lydrids, actually did. Because as they were trying to tier up things, they actually got a whole bunch of rainbow golems and were able to craft not 1, but 2. Oh, well, never mind. Now he has 3. All 3 of them. Oh my god, dude. Either bro's hacking or the luckiest dude I've ever seen in my life. You can see all 3 of them right there. It actually looks really cool. I kind of want one. It's kind of a vibe. But we're gonna see if I can get it ourselves. And to do that, we're gonna need to max this out. Maxed out by 8, maxed out by 10, maxed out by 15. It's only a 15% variant. Bro, how did that dude get so lucky? All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's just go ahead and consolidate all of our gems. Make ourselves a huge penguin, and that huge penguin then turns into... It's still regular huge penguin. Of course it doesn't work for me. I could actually just buy a whole bunch of these for like 70 million and they're dropping even more. But let's see if we can go a little bit further in the process. After all, I'm no stranger to the combined-o-matic machine, as I have hatched the first Titanic in the world not once, but twice. Would have done it had they not decided to buff everything literally while I was asleep. In doing all that, the best way to get a Titanic quickly is to search for the thing right before it and buy it. However, this is still 5 billion, which is not a good deal, bro. 5 of those at 5 billion is 25 billion, and I guarantee if I were to just find one of these right off the bat, I could probably find one for under that amount. Yeah, this guy literally has 2 for 20 billion each. Both of them are under the amount. At that rate, you might as well just buy this a whole bunch of times. So if we are going to pay to win, we need to find the best way forward. That way we don't just like completely break the bank. And kind of my favorite thing about these creative Titanics from the combined-o-matic machines is it kind of keeps people a little honest as far as how much they can charge for their pets. As most of you probably already know, if you want a Gargantuan, you're definitely gonna have to spend over 100 billion gems. Most, in fact, are around the 200 billion gem mark. And the combined-o-matic, as you'll come to see, will kind of also go along with that. So yeah, like I said, pay to win is gonna get all the Gargantuans, and if you ever wanted a chance of getting a free-to-play Gargantuan pet, it is not gonna be from this. Sorry to tell you. And speaking of the devil, Windrock's just hatched one, so we went from 7 to now 6. We're losing our chances over and over as we speak. So I've gone through here and I've seen what it takes to make each thing if you've gone ahead and made the crafting the cheapest as possible. And this is my findings. We all know that we need 10 rainbow gems to get a mining penguin, 10 mining penguins to get a spider, 5 spiders to get a golem, 5 golems to get a Titanic, and 10 Titanics to get a Gargantuan. All the other numbers kind of go into detail about what each one will cost if you want to get a Gargantuan that way. So instead of doing the 10 Titanic route, you could get 50 golems, you could get 250 spiders, 2,500 mining penguins, or you can get 25,000 rainbow gems, which considering I cannot see any of them in any of this, and that part is all kind of just like luck of the draw, I don't think I'm gonna even see 25,000 rainbow gems. That part is the known. What's not known is how much all of this will cost. And using the wrap of each thing, you can kind of see the current value of everything and how much you could be expected to pay to get said Titanic or Gargantuan. And I've taken out all the guesswork because you, at any point in time, can take these numbers right here, multiply it by the current wrap of what it says, and you will have your answer and the best path forward. So, yeah, just go ahead and screenshot this and make your own table. It'll look something like this when you're said and done with. And as you can see, if I want to get a mining penguin from Rainbow Gem, I'm gonna have to go and find 10 gems in the server. That will cost me around 77.8 million gems. By the way, the prices are millions, except for this last one, because then the numbers just got crazy confusing. But this is where you start to see where something is worth it or something is not. Because instead of spending 952 million on a spider, doing either one of the options and crafting my own spider is actually cheaper. And coming off of that, you can kind of see where things end up. And the most expensive item you can get is the golem. It's crazy overpriced as far as the wrap goes. Buying 5 of these to create a Titanic will make you spend over 28.25 billion gems when it's all said and done with. And the Titanic itself can literally cost you just 20 billion gems. So if you're gonna go the golem route, you might as well just skip everything and get yourself a Titanic. Of course, you could get 5 golems and then go to the crafting machine and actually craft yourself a rainbow Titanic because of the variant upgrade chance, and that obviously skews the number a bit. These are all just for the regular pets if you were gonna end up getting a regular pet combined out of it. So looking at this list right here, we can see what the best path forward is. While it is cheaper to get 10 mining penguins to get yourself a spider, the idea of having to find 50 50 penguins to get yourself a golem, or 250 penguins to get yourself a Titanic. You also have to remember that you're competing with a lot of people in the trade server, and a lot of them are going to be selling things for overwrap. So when you're all said and done with, these numbers might be skewed a little bit more. But while it is easy to just find 5 golems, it's definitely the most expensive way to do it. Therefore, I am not going this route, because if I were to find 50 golems, I can make myself a Gargantuan at the price of 282 billion gems. Cheapest way to get a Titanic is through the mining penguin at 169 billion, but you have to find 2,500 of these in the trading server. And by the time you get all of them, yeah, that number is going to be 0. That is not the route for you, because there is a bit of a time crunch. So I think probably what I'm gonna do is more lead on over to this spot right here. I will see if I can find some like cheap Titanic. I have heard that some have sold in the 15 billion range. Also, finding 250 penguins is gonna be easily done, because there's still 1,900 Titanics available to even get. Although it is crazy to note that 40 of the 70 Titanics that have been hatched so far have all went to just 4 people, so that they could each get a Gargantuan for themselves. That's wild, bro. The pay-to-win people are so crazy in this game. Speaking of pay-to-win people, it's time we do that ourselves. First off, let's see if we can get something cheap. Answer to that question is no. This is 25 billion. Oh, man. It's crazy because the fragmented golem, there's only 21 of these things that exist. You only need 5 to actually get a Titanic. If I were to find 5 at this price, I could get a rainbow Titanic at 25 billion instead of this one at 25 billion. The problem is finding 5 of them. Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. This one right here is 18 billion. Oh, man, dude. People are so pay to win. Bro, this is 40 million. Oh, my gosh. This is crazy. It's the prices on these things are falling so quickly. It might actually make sense to just buy a whole bunch of penguins. This guy is still selling them. Oh, my God. Dude, if you're going to just put them up over and over again, I'm just going to buy it. Because already the mining penguin route was by far the cheapest. Get a Titanic at 16.9 billion gems. And that's with every penguin selling at an average of 67 million gems. Okay, hold on. I think I'm changing my mind on everything. I think I am going to go after all the penguins to get a Titanic. Especially if you see this. Oh my gosh, here we go. We've hit a mother load. Let's just buy all of these. Dude, it's selling it for 45 million. Bro, what else is in this server? 65, that's a little expensive. Looking through all of this, it seems like the mining penguin going the route that I am is gonna give me a Titanic at around 16.9 billion gems. Or, you know, I could just like buy it and click it and buy it and boom and thing, and there it is. And I now have a Titanic. That's easy, man. But I do still want to hatch one. Oh my gosh, this dude's got so many. Oh, geez. Oh, man. All right, here we go. Jeez, I don't know. This person has just been crazy grinding. It's only been 2 days. How does this person have 18 bundles of emerald gems at 15,000 each? We are looking at 270,000 emerald gems, bro. There is no way, especially on an account that's barely a level 8. I don't know, man. Something tells me they're running some kind of program. There's just no way. They've got some kind of auto hotkey program that goes and immediately finds it. Maybe they're even exploiting. That's crazy. Where was I? Oh yeah, mindlessly spending all of my gems. Got it. And just like that, I now can no longer buy any other pets. I saw somebody put something up for 58 million, but I can't afford it because I only have 35.7 million gems to my name. Hopefully it's enough. Let's go see how close we are to getting a Titanic, which now looks like 75 Titanics have been hatched. I have now gotten one of them. Can we get another one? And the more important question is, Will all of them be the variant that I want, or have I really messed myself up? I can create one of these, two of these with the amount of rainbow gems I had, and both of them are a regular and a regular. Good, great, wonderful. That's what we need, because now we have to start going crazy. 77, I can make 10 huge crystal spiders. Oh no, here we go. Let's see what we can do. Okay, all of them are normal. That's good to see. And here's the thing, while looking mindlessly in the trade server, I also found myself getting a whole bunch of spiders as well. And so when I click on this, I will find how many golems I can create. And the answer to that question is... Wait, what's happening? What's happening? Why did it do something different? Why was that so weird? What a weird fluke. So I have now gotten myself 3 fragmented golems, and I still need 2 more to be able to get another Titanic. But it kind of looks like the tier up better chance did nothing for me. And honestly, talking to my friends and seeing all of them rushing to get Gargantuans and stuff, every single one of them ran into the problem where they hatched some pets thinking they would have enough for a Gargantuan to then find themselves getting other variants and having to go search again. So here are my final thoughts on this entire thing. 1, grind as much as you can, but keep an eye out on this number here. Do not buy anything until that number gets below 500 on the board. That is when you need to start worrying. Until then, yeah, just don't worry about it. Prices are going to drop dramatically, especially after the Gargantuan has left, because once the Gargantuan is left, these Titanics are going to fall to about 7 billion gems each, meaning everything else you use to craft is also going to fall. These penguins are going to be worth like 20 billion when it's all said and done with, making it one of the cheapest huges you can get. So grind like crazy for the next few days. Keep an eye out on that number there, and then and only then do you start buying things to try to hurry up and get them. But don't tier up the better chance here until you're ready to craft your final pet. That way you don't run into crafting the wrong thing and finding yourself just a few pets short. That's what I'm gonna be doing the rest of this week. I've got 2 more golems to get, and I'm going to do it without spending another dime, because honestly, I've already taken a fat L this video, but I did it so you didn't have to.
6.5 hours later.
It hasn't even been 8 hours yet, and now this price has gone from 5 million to 1.6. Oh man, it is dropping rapidly. Why? Because it did just as I said it would. As soon as the Gargantuans were no longer a thing, the hype for getting these Titanics would fall tremendously, and it will keep doing so until there are none left. So get to mining, gamers. You got a time crunch, because every second that you wait, somebody somewhere is hatching a Titanic. Not gonna lie, I really love the colors. No reason. If you enjoyed this video, let me know. I put a lot of research into this video to make sure you guys had the best information, and hitting that like and subscribe will show me that you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, gamers. Check out my second channel here if you like more variety content, or if you want to stay on the Pet Sim side of things, you can check out this next video here. Thanks for watching, gamers. I'll see you later.